Hey guys, Nick Espinoza, your chief security fanatic here, and I want to do a quick rundown of the past 3 to 4 weeks of some of the things I've talked about that are data mining you, listening in without your consent, and all that kind of stuff. And literally, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I did Ring Doorbell. Law enforcement can literally go in there and basically look at your footage now without consent or a warrant. WhatsApp, which is owned by Facebook, which is now going to start reading WhatsApp messages for a new content filter they're planning on putting on, thus blowing the doors off of WhatsApp's promises of privacy. Apple iPhone. Apple is listening in on Siri without express consent. I did a video on that. And FaceApp, which is a Russian company that is data mining the bejesus out of you with god-awful terms of services. And now, unfortunately, we have to add another one to this list, and that would be Skype. Now, this is really sad and unfortunate because I think of all the major companies like the Googles and Facebooks of the world, Microsoft has actually been very good at data privacy, and I've commended them for that in the past, which is why this is a little disheartening. But here's the thing, we're going to have to talk about Skype because all is fair. Now, if you have Skype and you are using the translator feature, this is basically something they rolled out in 2015 that allows you to talk to somebody in a different language, and it gives you pretty much almost real-time translation. So, for example, if you're German and I'm talking to you in English, as I'm talking to you, Skype will start to translate into German or Japanese or, take your pick on the language. It's really, really cool. But a new report from Motherboard by Vice reveals that Microsoft sends some of these Skype recordings to contractors, these are humans, to review how their translation services are working, according to a cache of, and I quote, internal documents, screenshots, and audio recordings obtained by Motherboard by Vice. Now, audio conversations include, and I quote, people talking intimately to loved ones, some chatting about personal issues such as their weight loss, and others seemingly discussing relationship problems. Now, Skype's website says that it may, and I quote their website, analyze audio of phone calls that a user wants to translate in order to improve the chat service. However, it does not expressly state that basically it's going to be people that are analyzing this as opposed to artificial intelligence, which is typically the understanding when it comes to these kinds of things. Now, it's kind of not surprising, and it is a little unsettling to me in terms of Microsoft and all of that, but I guess it would make sense that Microsoft would want to double check these translations in the same way that all of the others do. But here's the thing. This is just an industry-wide perpetual problem because we are running on the assumption that while Microsoft or Apple or Facebook or Amazon, aka Ring, wants to go ahead and start listening in and to these things and improving their intelligence, they're not being transparent about it. They're not being upfront in the sense that they're saying, hey, humans will be listening in, so heads up. They know, all of them know, that this is going to affect their bottom line. There are going to be some people that say, well, there's a possibility that Apple or Microsoft or whoever is going to be listening into my phone call, my conversation, my audio recordings, whatever. I'm not going to use that product because that's not what they're advertising as a safe, secure, and easy platform to use. And so when we are looking at this, a lot of them, including Skype, have things like privacy dashboards where you can go ahead and view and delete stored audio data. But we've also seen reports from other companies like Amazon that it goes way beyond what we are recording. So let's say you're talking to your Amazon Echo, for example, and it's recording what you're doing and you can go in and view that. But we also know they're sending that stuff to contractors to review. I've done videos on that. It just hasn't been in the past month, probably in the past 2 months. So this goes on and on and on. And unfortunately, Microsoft Skype now joins the pantheon of things that aren't necessarily as private as you think they are. And I think that's a really unfortunate stance that we have, in this industry right now. And so I'm wondering if we're going to have some kind of government like the US government or the EU or something like that go into this. And I'm also wondering if this in some way, shape, or form is going to violate the European Union's GDPR once people start complaining, now that we know Skype is listened to by other humans outside of the two people or multiple people in the call. So take that for what it's worth, but that is your unfortunate news of the day. And please like, share, follow me here on Facebook and Twitter at NickAESP, and feel free to subscribe at YouTube at /Nick Espinoza as well. I can always use followers there. And as always, stay safe and stay online. Thanks, guys.